Hello and welcome to Facebook Live with the CEO. I am Ronaldo Hardy. Many of you know me by now, but just in case you don't, I am the president and CEO here at Southwest Louisiana Credit Union. Always excited to come and have a conversation with you on ways you can make better decisions with your finances. And I understand with the holiday season coming up, it's important for you to have a plan for your money or it will get away from you really quickly. As a matter of fact, I was just talking about this with my wife earlier this morning, trying to make sure that we know exactly what we want to spend on every single thing so that we don't get in the store. Just letting you in on a little secret, she gets excited once we get in stores and she starts seeing all of these things, especially that she wants to buy for the kids. And I'm looking at every single penny. Like, I want them to have an amazing Christmas done on a budget. So, but before we get started, as you know, but these are two of my favorite pairs of shoes that I have right now. And yes, they are the same shoe. They're both LeBron 15, so they're the brand new LeBrons. If you didn't know, I am a huge LeBron James fan, like this big. And so his shoes I like, and I think that this is one of the best shoes that he has put out. So this is the Ashes colorway, and this is the Ghost. And I absolutely had to have those. I'm becoming what you would call a sneakerhead, and that just simply means that I'm on the pulse of what's happening with tennis shoes that are coming out, and I buy a lot of them. Probably more than what I should. I need to get a budget on my shoes. But with that said, let's talk about the holidays coming up and some ways you can make some good decisions with your money so that it doesn't get away from you quickly. The first thing, of course, and we will always emphasize this in every conversation we have, you need to make sure that you follow your budget. Set a budget first. Don't just go out shopping and not know what you desire to spend, but make sure that you get a plan in place of how much you're going to spend on each individual before you go holiday shopping. That will help you to make sure that you control your expenses. And when you see something that you like, if it's outside of that budget, I'd encourage you not to get it. Make sure that you continue to stay within the amount that you said that you would spend. I promise you, your pockets and your account will love you a lot more once that holiday season is gone. And just a little tip for kids, when you buy them all these toys, a lot of times they only play with them once or twice anyway, and they don't play with them that much, and you spend all this money for very minimal use anyway. So make sure that you set a budget and follow that budget. The second thing, keep your credit card balances low. There can be this temptation during the holiday season to look at the available credit that you have and to use that because you want to purchase these gifts. You want to have an outstanding holiday. You love looking at people's faces light up when you give them these great gifts that are only momentary. And so you look at this amount that you have available on your credit card and you use it. And after the holiday season is over, you're stuck with that bill, that expense that you created, and it can be a little frustrating to have to manage that. So I'd encourage you to make sure that not only do you have a budget before you start your shopping, but you also make sure that you keep your credit card balances low. If you have to use them at all, try not to go above 30% of the available balance or pay it off really quickly so that you don't do anything to damage your credit score. The third thing is, we call this making a list and checking it twice. I understand you want to be generous during the holiday season, but there are many ways for you to be generous without having to invest money in doing so. So if you know that you have a family member like my wife and I who have 4 kids and we're looking for date nights that we want to go on, and sometimes it can be difficult to get a babysitter, maybe that's your way of giving to someone. Find ways to be creative so that you don't hurt yourself financially or spend money that you don't have, but you're still able to be generous at the same time. Here's the fourth thing. Make sure that you think twice about getting that store credit card. Because I know what it's like. You're in the store and you're about to purchase something and they convince you that if you get this card today and you put this purchase on this card, we're going to give you a 20% discount or we're going to give you $25 off or whatever the case may be. And that's a good way to get you baited into getting that card that you ultimately may end up paying more for that item because you pay the interest on it, Or sometimes if you don't know how to control your spending habits, it can lure you into additional purchases that you do not need to make because they're not financially smart for you to do so. So be careful with getting that store credit card. I advise not to do it. As a matter of fact, as soon as the store starts asking me, do I want that card, I immediately say no. I don't want it. Keep it. I don't have to have that because I know that that $15 of savings is going to amount to some type of expense that will be much larger than if I just turned that down. And then finally, make sure that you're not shopping under pressure. And I'd advise you as much as possible to get started early on your shopping for several different reasons. One, you can break the expenses down into something that is smaller and easier to manage, sometimes spending a little bit along the way instead of having this big ginormous or gigantic, I just made that word up at one time, expense at one time it could really adversely impact you. And what I've found is that when I'm shopping under pressure because I waited to the last minute, I'm more prone to spend money that I should not spend as opposed to actually planning ahead of time, knowing what I want to get, getting started early, and making better financial decisions. So that's what we advise for you to do in a nutshell. Again, make sure that you have a budget. Know how much you want to spend. Don't just shop blindly. Second of all, keep those credit card balances low. Don't overspend just because you see you have an available balance. It may hurt you. Find ways to give generously without spending your money. Invest your time, your resources in other ways. Also, think twice about getting that store card. I'd advise you not to do it at all. And lastly, make sure that you're not shopping under pressure. I believe that if you do those things, it will help you to manage your money better in this holiday season. And with that said, I want to open it up for a few questions that you may have today.
We have one here. Is it better to charge my holiday expenses on a credit card or to try to pay with cash as much as possible?
Look, it's always better to pay for things with cash as much as you possibly can. So what we advise for you to do is make sure that you save an adequate amount of money for Christmas ahead of time so that you can use those financial resources to pay for the purchases that you desire to make. If, in fact, you have to use your card for any reason, make sure that you're not overspending and that it's something manageable that you can pay back quickly. If you cannot pay it back quickly, and I mean you know that the money is coming in and you know when you can pay it back, I'd advise you not to use the credit card. Don't go into debt trying to prepare for Christmas. That's just not smart, right?
The skip a payment on my loan sounds like a good deal. How does that work?
Well, you can skip a payment on your loan twice a year. We do have that option available for you, and a lot of our members, they do that at Christmas time just because it's money that you can use. It's funds that you don't have to worry about paying us in that month that you can use to help you to shop for Christmas. Now, I do need to say this to you, that loan payment then moves to the end of the loan. So if you skip that payment with us now, and let's just say you were scheduled to pay your loan off in July of 2018, skipping that payment would mean that you have one additional payment to make at the end. So instead of your loan ending in July of 2018, it would end in August of 2018. You simply get to utilize those funds this month for something else that you desire to do, but it will be added to the end of your loan. A lot of people find that it's helpful as it does relieve pressure in certain times of the year that you may need the help.
I have several retail credit cards that have high balances and high rates. What do you suggest that I do?
If you have several retail cards that have high balances and high rates, I would suggest that you consolidate that into one loan so that you can get a set payment, a set interest rate, and you can have a set date to pay it off. A lot of times when you have those high interest cards, high balances, you never know when you're going to pay them off because of the way the interest is compounding and the amount of your payment that's being directed towards the interest as opposed to the principal balance. So I would encourage you to make sure that you consolidate those cards into one debt, a payment that you can manage so that we can help you to get out of that debt. And we'd love to be that financial partner to help you do that.
One viewer is asking, what about holiday loans?
Holiday loans can be a good thing, and we certainly do offer a holiday loan. The reason why it can be good because generally it's for a term or a specific time period. So you're looking at a 12-month term to repay it. Some people, it's like the reverse of saving utilizing a Christmas Club account. I'd advise you to do the Christmas Club because that's the better option because you're not having to pay interest on that. But if you have not done the Christmas Club account, the holiday loan can be helpful for you as long as you follow those terms so that you'll have it paid out by the time the next holiday season comes around. It's not something that you should have as a long-term loan. It's a short-term solution.
And if I'm having trouble making a budget for necessities during the holiday season, can I come talk to someone about creating a better budget?
Anytime. Always come in, call us, do what it takes to make sure you connect with us. We would certainly love to help you to make better decisions with your finances. We can help you to build that budget. We have several employees who are already certified as financial counselors, and we're currently in the process of getting every single employee certified as a financial counselor. As our commitment to you and helping you to make smarter decisions with your money, we want you to be able to come in and talk to any one of us at any point in time so that we can get you on the right track. So call and come by, and we'll be sure to help you.
And everybody in my family wants to have a big Thanksgiving, but we have a tight budget. Can you give me some tips?
If everybody in your family wants to have a big Thanksgiving, this is what you do. You tell everybody in your family that they need to help out a little bit to make that happen. So embrace this idea of a potluck. You know, you say, you bring this, you bring that, and that will help everybody to spend a little bit, but everybody leaves happy and full at the end of Thanksgiving instead of you picking up the whole tab, doing all the work cooking, and being left with all of the heartache at the end of cleaning up, and your pockets are a lot lighter. So I'd advise you to tell your family, if you want a big Thanksgiving, help out. Help to make it big. Bring a dish, and we can have all the fun you desire. That's it. Well, with that said, thank you so much for joining today. It is always a pleasure to have a conversation with you. I hope that this information will help you to make better decisions with your money during this holiday season. Remember, we don't want you going broke to try to make somebody else's holiday good. We want you to enjoy your holiday season and to have it stress-free. Again, join us each and every time we do Facebook Live with the CEO. You never know what shoes I'm going to have next time. Thank you so much.